It's week 3 of the NFL, and we'll get a look here at wideout A.J. Brown. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Saints and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. It's an early test here after 2 losses. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Well, anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ballgame, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. Here comes the Saints punter now. Deep to return is Calvin Austin. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
And they'll begin by running the option. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
It's another first down, as this time they get an even 20. Willis with another keeper. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Willis going to try to run it. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Malik Willis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. To return it, Darius Phillips. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Checks this one down to Robinson. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Evans. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The numbers for Evans a week ago. 8 carries, 56 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked to him before the...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 3rd down and 10. Back to throw, Willis. And a catch right side by Evans. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, it's Robinson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. This defense for the Chiefs, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Willis to throw. The short throw to Musgrave. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Willis out of the gun. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to have the football back again.
And And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. On 1st down, Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
But certainly hit the point of no return in this one because that was absolutely the last time they could afford a sack. You got to sustain your blocks and keep your quarterback clean for as long as it takes in this situation.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Down the left sideline, DK Metcalf, touchdown! DK Metcalf, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. KC's offense ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A short throw to Musgrave. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Willis. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. Now a 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Willis from the gun on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now Austin. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And they'll begin on the ground here with Evans. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Robinson, he'll try the left side. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
This is fielded at the 27. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Here's a screen for Robinson. There's Robinson showing the flash. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
And he gets it down to the 32. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Here's Wilson to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
The drive will start with an option going left. Spinning away. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Wilson. He has it complete to Christian Watson. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Wilson. And complete once again to Watson. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Austin. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Willis looking to throw it. And he's taken down here by the Saints. The The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On third down, here's Evans. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Willis will look to throw it. There's Evans again, complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, it's Willis. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Here's Matt Araiza now. This is taken at about the 14. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up first and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Willis on the option to the right. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Malik Willis with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Phillips now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire fourth remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
Robinson on a give right side. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing is Wilson. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them. Go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Willis. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Wilson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. They go play action with Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5. They run straight ahead with Snell. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They go play action now. Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he is going to have a Saints first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Now Willis. Musgrave's got it outright. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Willis looks to pass it here. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Now 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Evans. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Luke Musgrave, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Watson has it right side. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
Wilson.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They go play action with Willis. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Luke Musgrave with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they can to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Tui Pelotu got in and dropped him. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Evans. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free.
And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Play action. It's Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
Christian Watson.
29 yards.
And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback. But we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
The Chiefs on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Willis. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You got to understand situational football, because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
All right, zero rooting interest in it, but...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. He'll find Metcalf.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Wilson. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And now following the desperation turnover on downs, they're set up with a 1st and goal to go. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
From the gun, here's Willis.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Luke Musgrave
finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Chiefs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you can be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
KC's offense ready to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. On 1st down, Willis. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Kansas City. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Chiefs take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
His kick is good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On second down, here's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Wilson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Taken down at the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Evans gets it again on second down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Evans. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
Holding, offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll stay on the ground. Evans again. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chiefs, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.